Hello, everyone. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Here we are again. Time is flying by. It's already Wednesday, which is kind of crazy. Time's gone by very quickly since last week. Let's see who we got in chat here first. I'll kind of talk about what's going on over the weekend. I'm sure most of you already know. Wanzo, how's it going? Christopher Stroll, evening. South Carolina digging, how's it going? Mike C's in the house. Totally normal. White Raven, welcome in. And welcome in to anyone else that's hasn't done anything in chat yet, but is here. Welcome to today's stream. Today we're going to be playing with Midjourney, which is basically an AI bot that uses Discord to basically allow you to make different artwork and stuff. I don't really know how else to describe it. I'm really bad at describing it. But basically, it's a really cool program. I figured it'd be kind of fun to share it with everyone. Stuff like that. And yes, the stream does not smell like the front of the hotel. Absolutely, totally normal. So, I was in California with Power Soccer this weekend. That was a great time. All was had by fun by everyone, and yeah, we made it all there safely. It was 12 hours there on Friday, then 12 hours back yesterday, so it was definitely a long drive. I'm definitely a little bit tired, but I will do my best to get through the stream as best as I can. So I apologize if I come across as like super tired in the stream. I actually really am. It's been, like I said, a 12-hour drive on Monday after leaving. Oh yeah, Monday morning, coming back for 12 hours is pretty exhausted. I have to say I don't have any like fun stories really to tell. Basically, yeah, we just had a really good time. Took the whole Power Soccer group down there, and we learned a lot from a team that's experienced, has been playing for a long time, and we learned a lot of things. And we're excited to make a bunch of changes here in Portland for our Power Soccer program to make things better and more enjoyable and allow us to grow as an organization. So we're super excited. So yeah, so I hope everyone else had a great weekend. I know I did, so hopefully you guys all did too. And I think what we'll do is just kind of start out with showing you kind of some of the artwork that I've made and what and to kind of teach you about how Midjourney works, and teach you about prompting, and just kind of go for it. And then eventually going to ask everyone in chat to participate and help me come up with the prompts that then we're going to use to then create art on Midjourney. With that being said, let's switch over to desktop view. And before we do that, let me make sure that everyone here, if you are looking for the link to Midjourney and you want to learn about it, just type in exclamation point AI art, all lowercase, all together, and it'll give you the link to the Midjourney website. The bot will respond back at you. So that's exclamation point lowercase AI art all together, and that will then give you the link to the Midjourney website. So when you first get here on their website, it's like, where am I? Like, is this even? Oh, here my keyboard here. Like, is this even where I'm supposed to be? And yes, this is totally the right spot. And basically, you'd want to click sign in, and it'll ask you to sign in using your Discord. So you do need to have Discord up, running, installed, and probably already have your username and all that. And you can just click sign in to be able to sign in. I'm going to go to gallery, which will then take me to my gallery page. And when I first started this, I wanted to kind of learn, I don't know, kind of a little bit more about it, play with things, and I also wanted to see what kind of disability related artwork I could create with it. So some of this is kind of different disability related things, and also images that I gave it to basically have it look like, basically to kind of show me what I would look like as, like, you know, art, like an older art kind of situation. So So basically what happens, and I'll show you guys a little bit more once I get onto Discord and show you how it all works. But basically they have this thing called prompt. So a prompt is basically you're giving it the instructions of what you're looking for. So I typed in like full body portrait of man in wheelchair, cyberpunk, in the background, a city scene, 8K, ultra realistic, and this is what it came up with. So it just basically took everything I gave it and then put something together and gave it, you know, exactly what I asked for, basically. This one, I tried to change it up. I tried to find out if there's anything like, what about like a Permobil, like F3? So I typed in man in power wheelchair, comma, Permobil F3 in Cyberpunk City alleyway, 8K ultra realistic. I don't really think it knew what Permobil was. It wasn't something that the AI is obviously going to be programmed to understand what that is. So I've been kind of trying like different keywords, and what I'm learning is it's better to be more general than it is to sometimes be specific, unless you know it's something like maybe a super popular celebrity or maybe a certain type of artist that makes artwork that you like. You can put in those people's names and it will know what to do with it. But when you put in like brands of a product, and maybe like Nike or like well-known brands it might be able to do, but like something like Permobil for a wheelchair, it didn't have an idea. So basically what happens is basically you put in a prompt of exactly what you want, and you get these options, and you have the chance what they call upscale or variation. Upscale basically make the image bigger than this and add more detail to it. And a variation will basically take this image because it's like the one you like, but it makes something similar, a variation of that image. Like I said, I'm going to walk you guys through all these steps, so don't worry about what in the world this guy's talking about right now. There's more steps I'll be able to show you. So starting out with these four, this is kind of what I ended up with on one of my pictures. It's a little bit odd. It's very strange, but I just thought it was kind of cool to be like futuristic, you know, power wheelchair, what something would look like. I thought it was really interesting, something different. And then I started trying to think about like, how fun would it be to see what a futuristic handicap parking would be like. And this is what it came up with. So I don't know if it really didn't know exactly what, you know, parking with no cars, handicap parking, disabled parking would kind of look like, but I think it's because I gave it too many other variables like cyberpunk building and like basement parking. Like I feel like it took too many variables, and it's like handicap parking, what is that? So I don't know, I was just thinking of like really like fun, I don't know, like disabled related things that we could do art with. I think it'd be, you know, it's very interesting. And then lastly, today, before today's live stream, I kept it very simple. I typed in Tron, wheelchair, handicap, power, realistic. So it kind of took all those keywords together and then came up with this Tron kind of power chair character, which I thought turned out pretty cool, and the details pretty cool. But these are all this is what it first came up with. Here's the variations it came up with at first. So I told it to give me a new variation of this one and then upscale these two, is what I told it to do. And here's the second one that it came up with. Upscaled full version. It's pretty cool looking. So if you guys want to start thinking in your minds right now, like, ooh, it'd be kind of cool to put this in. And let me show you like how a prompt works. So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to pull up in Discord here. There we go. Okay, so when you first get onto Discord, you'll be on the like announcement or welcome page, and you're only going to have access to newbies, 59 or 89, 29. These rooms change all the time, and basically, it's very easy to interact with. So all these people you see here in chat are all people that are doing the same thing, talking directly to the bot. So let me show you how it works. So I'll scroll way down here to the bottom, get through all of this. All right, so let's just basically, after you're on here and you're in the newbies channel, you literally type in /imagine. Okay, and you type in your prompt. So Anybody have any ideas? Like, for example, here's one somebody just did. It's Freddy Krueger playing Counter-Strike, aiming with sniper, cinematic, intricate detail. Lord of the Death holding gold coins. I mean, basically anything that basically your mind can think of, you can put in as a prompt and be able to get results. And this is the whole entire, I don't know, consider kind of like the art of even being able to write these prompts and writing them correctly is half the battle. Is figuring out what is it that you type to get the results of what your imagination is asking for. So anybody have any thoughts, or should I just go ahead and just put in something different? Anybody? Bueller? Who's am I missing on live chat? Nope. Come on, somebody in chat's got to have an idea for a prompt. I could think of one maybe for totally normal. Nobody? Oh my gosh, you guys are being extra quiet tonight. Happy shrubs. Perfect. Thank you. All I need is it's a simple prompt. Thank you. All right. Happy shrubs. Happy shrubs. Okay. And we care about aspect ratio. What aspect ratio should we go? 3:2, 16:9. I'll just answer that for you. I was going to do 3:2. Nine 16. Of course, you're gonna. I knew there's gonna be a. I knew there would be a specificity on that one. Okay, so there. Now I did double AR for aspect ratio. 916. Happy shrubs. Let's see what it comes up with. So it's going to say, hey, where I can do it, I am processing your prompt. I'm just going to go through and start making my image. And it will show you, as it's like building the images, it will show you. And there's some other cool commands and stuff you can do. Now you can see all these other commands are being typed in because this is a public newcomer room, so everyone's typing in commands. So once this gets processed to 100%, it's going to drop down to the bottom of the chat. So you got to scroll down and find it. Now there is a way around that. You can click on add reaction and add an envelope, and then it will send you a message when it's done. But I normally just scroll down and find what I'm looking for. So let's see what we get here with happy shrubs. They do look happy so far. Okay, now it's finished. So now we got to scroll down here. We got to find our happy shrubs. I'm going to open it so everyone can see it nice and large. Okay. So this one got some happy shrubs. Looks like it's got a smiley face. This one's kind of plain Jane a little bit. That one I really like with the teeth, the smiley face, and then this one's kind of like a wink. So now we have options. It basically goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we go back up here to our thing, so we can upscale 1, upscale 2, upscale 3, upscale 4. That's what all the U stand for. And then V1, V2, V3 means variation. So we can have a variation of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So type in what you guys think we should do. U1, U2, U3, or U4 for upscale. And then which ones you guys want to see variation. Do V1, V2, V3, V4. I'll let chat vote. So let me bring them back up again. This is 1. This is 2, 3, 4. Start your voting now. I don't know if that's how that goes, but it should. Someone else decide. All I gotta type in is either U1 or V1 on a keyboard. Come on, I know there's a couple people watching. You guys can type it in. I don't want to be making all decisions here on the stream. The whole point is to have chat interactive and make some fun stuff. You won. All right. Okay, we're gonna upscale one. Okay, anybody else? Cause submarines. Okay. Anyway, so I guess while waiting to see what everybody else in chat says, I'm just gonna click upscale one. It's gonna go ahead and then begin that process down below of upscaling one. Chris is saying 1 or 3. Is that an upscale or a variation, sir? Well, let's do an upscale of 3, and we'll also do upscale. Okay, cool. Did that. Any? Do we want to see the different variations of any of these guys? Have it like re-roll the dice, basically. If not, it's fine. We'll just start out with those. So we did upscale both of those. I will scroll down here. Find our upscaled version. Oh, you want to see a variation of 4. Got it. Okay, going back up. I got you. Where is it? Variation of 4. Got you, White Raven. Okay, back down here. This is almost done. Doing this one. Add in more details. Variation of 4 might be interesting. Do we have a variation of 4? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, cool. Now, obviously, when you're there is a way that you can do direct once you end up paying. So basically, you can do this right now. What I'm doing for free, and you get 25 image credits. After the 25 image credits, though, you have to then pay, and it's $10 a month. You can do 200 images, which I don't think is bad, and it also allows you to interact with the bot one-on-one as a chat, as through like you chat directly to the bot versus going through the public channel, which is really nice. Okay, so this is the variations, I believe. I can't really tell. I think this is the variations of that first one, which is really starting to get goofy down here in the corner. You see that's got like eyes now with the teeth. That's got eyes and teeth. I think we should continue upscaling version 4. What do you guys think? I'll leave it up there a little bit longer. But I really think this one, number 4, should be the one we should upscale. I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision to upscale 4 because I just think it's hilarious. All right, now here's our one image that we have upscaled already. So here it is, see bigger, get a lot more detail. Now we can do light scale, redo, or upscale to max. And upscale to max will basically give it all the detail you'd ever want and whatever it is you're looking for. Light upscale redo just kind of redoes it like lightly and gets rid of a little bit of the detail. So if you don't like any of the excess detail added, you can always do a light upscale redo and then it'll kind of remove some of that. So let's go ahead and do that for this one. This is the upscaled version of the one plant, the happy plant, which the teeth kind of disappeared a little bit. It doesn't look as like smiley. So I think for that one, let's do a light upscale redo. So it'll kind of maybe not be so detailed. And then, yeah, and those will then show up down here again. Yeah, right? Like this one totally just got creepy with these faces now. But I think that's kind of the cool thing. I mean, we typed in something like happy shrubs. Like, it's a really interesting combination. Yeah, definitely. Definitely on the creepy scale. Where'd it go? Oh, so yeah. See it finished. It always moves it down here to the bottom. Oh, I thought it finished it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Hey, come back. Those look like some very happy shrubs. So if you really, really get to the point where you really like that, you pretty much just do like upscale to max and kind of give you your maximum version. like, and there's, I'm going to show you other people's like artwork and stuff like that now. So once you end up paying, you have then access to the community feed. And I like going on the community feed, looking at what's the top ones are hot, rising, and what I really like doing is like looking at them just as far as like ideas. Like, oh, I really like that style of art or that, and I like to go through and kind of look at it. And the cool thing is when you put your mouse over, it kind of shows you the first couple of prompts that they use, and then you have the option of um, copying the prompt, opening Discord, so you can see like a larger version of it. It's a really, or you can follow them. So like, say if on here you see that you like their artwork, the style that they do, you could follow them and then see artwork and stuff that they follow. So you could even follow me. So you guys could do, if anybody was to follow me on Midjourney, they could they'd be able to follow me at where I can do it, and then they would see all the images and stuff that I've made using Midjourney. So it's a pretty cool little thing. Scroll through some of these. Here's some most recent things people have made, and this is all made by the AI making all of this. This is not pre-done images. This is just people typing into prompts and it coming up with, you know, that information. It's just a really cool, fun thing, and yeah, it's great for wall art. And you can, and it's endless. Like you can make this whatever it is you want, whatever your imagination has. Let's say if you're not necessarily good at skilled or have the ability to draw, it gives you a chance to then get, you know, something that maybe you, I don't know, like you've had your mind to something you wanted to create or visualize, you know, to see and put something together. I've seen some things where people are combining like two people with like superpowers together, like two celebrities mixed together, like one person, like you name it. It's, you can do kind of all kinds of different things on here. And like I said, you can put your mouse over it and then see basically what people are doing in the in prompts. Basically, that's really the I think the most difficult part that took me forever to learn is figuring out what is the proper like prompt writing is what they call it, to basically put into prompt exactly what you want. And let's say you already have an artist that you like and you follow, or a certain style of artwork, like watercolor, or you can specifically search for those as well. And you can do a search, like right now, see cat, dog, person. You can actually search for that and then see if anything's been made like related to that or near that. So I was typing in things like wheelchair, handicap parking, stuff like that, just to kind of see what I could come up with if anyone else was doing anything with wheelchairs. So let's go ahead and let's search for wheelchair on here. Let's see if anyone else has been doing anything with wheelchairs now. If everybody else in the community, just out of curiosity, I've not actually searched for this before on the community feed. So we'll see if anything shows up. It might not. Oh, there we go. A lot more wheelchair stuff on here than I thought, actually. Pretty cool stuff. Full body top down shot of an old dwarf in a wooden wheelchair. Very descriptive. Mobility bus clown. Girl hand man rolls away from his homies. Balloon wheelchair throne. Interesting combination. I like it. This is fat man in sci-fi wheelchair with legs in cyberpunk. It's cool. Spider-Man. Elderly fat Spider-Man in a wheelchair. That's horrible. Poor Spider-Man. But like I said, it's a really cool thing that allows you to go through and try out different like prompts and stuff like that. And it can be any, like I said, anything you want. Like I said, I was as curious as if anybody else has done anything with wheelchairs. I just wanted to know what else was kind of out there. Oh, and you can also have it create like movie posters. So if you have like here's an example of a movie poster that somebody told it to make, which I thought is interesting. So I don't know, there's just all kinds of really cool I mean, it's like I said, it's kind of it's endless, which is really cool. You can like kind of just keep going and keep trying to come up with new, artwork, stuff like that. Let's see. Let's see what is on. Let's see what's on the top charts, and then maybe we will make another. Oh, here we go. This looks like GoPro sniper rifle wheelchair. That's kind of cool. Sniper rifle wheelchair. Like I said, wheelchair to hold your gun. Pretty cool. I mean, like I said, these are just all AI artwork that people have made. This is a steampunk Elmo on fire in a wheelchair. I don't think I would ever imagine Elmo in a wheelchair on fire. I'm just saying that's a little dark, but it just shows you that that somebody had imagined that. I don't know why, but that's fine. That's what the I'm just gonna go with it. To each their own. Whatever somebody finds as artwork to them that's that's totally fine. Actually, some pretty cool stuff there. Oh, I love this one. That's a rubber bear. That's so cool. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of come on the live stream today and kind of, share with you guys how this works and prompting and, um, seeing if we can come up with some really cool other ideas and things for us to come up with. Like maybe we should do something with like, I don't know, animal in a wheelchair of some sort. Maybe like fluffy bunny in a wheelchair. Should we try that? Or does anybody else have anything that you guys want to try that we can kind of put together? Let's switch back to the screen here for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to White Raven in a wheelchair. Well, the question is, what's going to happen if we start out with White Raven? What's going to pop up? Ah, thank you, sir. Rhino, a rhino in a wheelchair. I like that. Or gazelles. Welcome in there, Rolling Thunder. No worries. And then, let's see, one other little thing before we switch back and we start looking at White Raven. Ape in a wheelchair. See, there we go. Now we're getting some good ideas coming in. We got rhino, we got gazelles, we got an ape. For anybody that hasn't seen it yet, if you're interested as far as California goes, Totally Normal put together a great video showing a quick little, his point of view of the highlights of the weekend, and turned out really good. So I'm going to post that link in chat for any of you that want to go and check it out. All right, let's get back and let's see if we can find some of this fun stuff you guys are typing in here. Okay. All right, so let's type in White Raven. Oh wait, I gotta get back to the gallery. Whoops. All right. I'm assuming White Raven will be kind of put together, right? Yeah. Right? Maybe 2 words? No, it is 2 words. See, I told you guys I'm super tired tonight. So White Raven. Oh no, we gotta do White Raven. Let's just see what shows up with White Raven first. Let's just. Oh, I'm not on the community feed. Ha! That might help if I'm on the right feed. Keep coming the ideas in, guys. White Raven. Yeah, 47-minute video. That's quick. Radioactive Raven. Ooh. Interesting. So White Raven shows nothing. I'm really surprised. If I just type in... Okay. So... seems to work by itself, but not with the word white, which is interesting. So, oh, radioactive Raven. I don't think I went instead of radioactive Raven, but let's do it. Let's just do a quick search. There is a few. Here's one called the radioactive Raven right here. Somebody thought about that. Totally normal. There's another one, epic Raven, radioactive glow, black feathers. Apocalyptic radioactive Raven warrior mutant on a radioactive spill. Wow, that's got a whole lot of stuff in it. This one somebody did something with Chernobyl radioactive with Raven wings. We are playing with Midjourney, which allows you to create artwork using prompts, and it gets really fun. And we're kind of talking about different things that we could maybe come up with, as far as like it'd be kind of a fun to create an image with and see what comes out. So far we've had, which we haven't done yet, we have rhino or gazelle in a wheelchair, ape in a wheelchair, giraffe in a wheelchair. I don't know. Let's try. Let's see. I'm gonna say rhino. Let's try rhino. Should the rhino be mixed? How about we have the rhino and the raven be mixed? Okay. Let's give that a try. So I'm going to. I want to message the bot directly. There we go. So that way we're not dealing with everyone's chit chat and stuff in the public channel. Wheelchair made of bricks. That is very oddly, I like it. All right, so first you type in imagine. And then for the prompt, we're going to type in a rhino raven, because we want it to be combined, in wheelchair. Go rhino raven. I forgot the N in raven. In wheelchair. Anything else? What else should we put in there? I'm gonna say we put like on the beach. Oh, a rhino raven. I love that. Okay, so do a rhino raven in wheelchair made with bricks. Oh man, this is gonna get so weird. I like it. Sorry it's taking me so long to type, guys. Let's see here. All right, so we got rhino raven in a wheelchair made with bricks. Let's do an aspect ratio of 3:2, and let's see what we come up with. There we go. Rhino raven in wheelchair made with bricks. Welcome in, Swing. Thank you. Yeah, the Tron luck is pretty cool. Tron's one of my favorite movies, and I figured it'd be kind of cool to see what kind of things we can put together. Here's a rhino raven In wheelchair made with bricks. This is gonna be great. All right, roll a power wheelchair soccer. I don't, anytime I type and put in like power wheelchair, I felt like I didn't know what power wheelchair was. Like it didn't know, like it didn't have power wheelchair even in its system, let alone a soccer chair. That'd be really cool though. A bear in a wheelchair, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I just love the whole like Tron like look, like cyberpunk feel, all that kind of thing. Oh man, these images are getting good. All right, here we go. This is our Rhino Raven in a wheelchair made with bricks. It did a pretty good job of making these all with bricks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We can either upscale 1, 2, 3, or 4, or we can get a new variation of 1, 2, 3, or 4 of something that everyone likes. So type in U1 if you want to upscale 1, U2 for upscale 2, U3, all the way down. Go ahead and type that in chat, whichever one you guys think we should upscale. And then we should then also type it if you want to see a variation. Do V1, V2, V3, V4. Like I said, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and type that in chat, and we'll see if we can come up with a final piece of artwork here. I'm having a Rhino Raven in a wheelchair. Upscale 2. Oh wow, look at all these numbers coming in. All right. Hold on, I gotta pay attention here. All right, upscale. Okay, everyone says upscale 2. Everyone likes that one. And then I'm getting a V1 variation of V1, a variation of V4, and somebody said a U2 variation. Got it. Okay, we'll start with that. I think I got everyone's vote. I think so. Okay, now I can't tell which is which because everything just flew by the screen so quickly. So I have a feeling this was the V4. See, it gets really confusing after when you click on it a few times, get all these other like responses, and you don't know. Wait, which one is which? All right, that one's almost done. I'm gonna wait for it to finish, and then we can take a look at this upscale. So I think we only upscaled that one. Oh no, we did a variation of that one too. All right, let's let this one finish, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, so first, this is the variation of number 2, or upscale. You can see it added some more details to it. So do we either like where this one's going, or do we want to continue upscaling, or do we want to remove some of the details? Does everyone feel like maybe it has too much detail? I feel like it kind of lost its brick look to it. So maybe we'll come back to that one. Here are some variations made with that one. This one looks kind of cool. Looks like it's made with bricks. Yeah, I said we should upscale 2. I'll give you guys a chance in case somebody has any thoughts or opinions in chat on that one. These are variations of, I think this is number 3 or 4 variations. I find it very interesting that like the way the bot is doing like with wheelchairs, or like they're adding like the wheels are just like weirdly shaped. I found very interesting. So that's a variation of the same image. And this is additional variations of the other image. So it looks like we got quite a bit of some awesome variations we can try to choose from. Does everybody have a favorite? We'll just consider this like, ignore the variation stuff. So we have like these images, these images where the wheels are kind of weirdly round, and then we have this little tiny guy. that we can play with. So anybody have anything anybody wants to try? And would like anything better? 1, 2, 3, 4, anything? All right, I will select for you guys. I'm gonna say let's upscale. Let's see which one I like. I think this one has the most detail. So I'm gonna say upscale 2. And then out of this one, let's upscale this bottom one. Upscale 3. This one I think had the most detail on there. So I'm going to give that one upscale 4. Then we'll get some bigger versions. But you can see how fun this could be, right? You just kind of put in a few things. Next thing you know, you're just kind of going in and yeah. And it goes through, and it takes a little bit of time to process. So obviously I did like 3 at a time, but I mean, for the speed, it's like maybe like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds. Then it ends up finishing. I don't think it's terrible. Ooh, this one's looking really good now. Okay. That's pretty cool. It's very different. And we can still upscale this even bigger. This is just kind of like one size. And then we can still go bigger. Let's look at this one. That one's interesting too. Almost looks like more like a metal structure. And I don't know what's up with this wood, like beam kind of situation. And then there's this one. It kind of looks like more like a sad dinosaur. A sad dinosaur in the corner is what this one looks like. I'm going to upscale max to that one because I like that one. That actually could print that and put that on a wall. I'm going to upscale this one to max too. And then that will make it like the largest version it can. Right? Just interesting wall art. Exactly. And I do like going on to the Midjourney Discord and then looking at like in the newbies channel or any of these channels and just to kind of check out to see what people have posted in there or what they are posting, because you can see everyone's prompts and what they've started with. Like this one was a Spanish young woman looking at you. They must have started with a specific image because it has a IW, which means image weight. So they basically told it to take a specific image to use as a reference point. And then the aspect ratio, and then the up beta and test and creative are some different tags that you can put in. And there is, let's see, where is it? There are some different links and stuff that basically like teach you some of those commands. But for me, I honestly just watched a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. So now I got a message from the bot saying that it has made the best images it can. So here's the final image that we came up with. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and save that bad boy. And then oops. And I just totally closed this out of that. I did not mean to. And then there's this one. Little dino guy is what I'm going to call him. I really like that as well. It's pretty cool. So that was Raven. So which one do you want, Raven? You want the I can send you those, yes. I will do that after stream. Bring Dan a shubbery. Honestly, I should probably get that printed and put that in Dan's Plus. Um, Christopher Stroll, is it possible to add in more interesting surroundings? Yeah, like absolutely. Like for example, this one image here, they ended up adding the word Chernobyl radioactive. So it was able to add in like the Chernobyl, like background. You can pretty much kind of do. I mean, anything you put your mind to, we can pretty much put in here. Any background, any type of uh, artist that you like. I mean, it's pretty much kind of endless. Like, let's see what's new here on the community feed. Like, this one's very interesting. It's a woman lying in a bathtub that has green water and lily pads, beautiful cinematic lighting. And it's just a tub. There's a lot of Halloween stuff. A Grim Reaper holding a flaming torch in a kitchen in the style of a Norman Rockwell painting. So see, this person specified the exact um, in the style of the Norman Rockwell painting. So you can specify like watercolor or photography, like whatever is kind of style of image you want. Cartoon, AI. I mean, they even have a thing for bobblehead, where you can basically make a bobblehead out of any character you can think of by being able to use bobblehead. Like here's a D&D character, a female blue skin frost giant wearing hide armor, white eyes, and white flowing hair, angry cinematic, and this is what came up with. So it's kind of basically endless and if there's like anime that you like or say an anime style, you can put that in and it'll make artwork based on that anime that you like. Like I said, it's just, to me, it's mind blowing. Like some of the stuff that people are coming up with really basic stuff. Like this is a portrait of Pierce Bronson as a Wayland Yutani scientist, ultra detailed CRT filter. So I mean, like I said, it's just, I've seen everything on here of endless things from sci-fi to photorealistic to artwork. It just kind of depends on whatever it is you guys are into. And if anybody's interested, like, okay, this is great, Ryan, you're showing us how to do all this. How do I get started? So all you need to do is type in chat, just type in ! AI art, all lowercase, and that will take you to the midjourney.com website. Or then if you have Discord, you can basically say, I think it basically says like log in, and you click on that and say, hey, Midjourney wants to access Discord in your account. And you say yes, and then that basically gives you, it takes you to, where does it take you to? After you do that, it will take you to the Midjourney page here, to the welcome, and then you're going to end up only seeing newbies 29 and 59 and 89. So you'd click on one of those and you do the same thing. You do the / imagine, and then you would type in your prompt of what it is you want to do. But I definitely recommend you go through and look at other people's, prompts that are in here and seeing what they, started with and what they went to. And then, maybe you like this style artwork. So you're going to take, certain things out of this one and combine it with this one. Like it's basically kind of endless. It's pretty cool. But like I said, just type in !AI art and chat. The bot will send you a link to Midjourney, and then you can basically go in here and make whatever you guys want to. But I'm open to any new ideas, something that's maybe not wheelchair related at all. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to see if it can come up with? Maybe you have something on your mind that like, hey, I'd really like to be able to make that. This is the type of art I'd like to dye sub onto an aluminum sheet. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Some of this stuff would actually look really awesome on like an aluminum sheet like that. That'd be really cool. I've also tried adding images of myself, having it try to come up with like using my face and hair and stuff as recognition, which I think It basically came up with this as me. It basically took my image of my like glasses and hair and whatever, and came up with this. And it was just like, what? This is yeah. Excavator in the city. Okay, we can definitely let's start a. Let's see. Let's start a new notepad here. I can just copy this stuff down. All right, sorry, I don't got a big old white pad right here, but it's for the best, I promise. All right, so we got an excavator in the city. All right, who else wants to add to that? Excavator in the city. Do we have any colors to it? Is the sky burning? Is it anything else? Or is excavator in the city? Do we have an aspect ratio somebody would like to see that at? Anything like a crazy aspect ratio? Photorealistic. Mud. Excavator. Okay, do we want it stuck in the mud or just mud in general? Excavator mud. 16 by 9. All right, does anybody else have anything else to add to that? Waiting for chat to come in. (16:9) aspect ratio. Got it. I don't have an extra space there, do I? I feel like I do. Anything else? Anybody else want to add to that? Should be a Tron excavator in this city. I'm just kidding. We want something like old school yellow. Okay, so we want a yellow excavator in the city. Okay. In the city, the mud. Anything else? Come on, I know there's a lot of you in chat. Just throw a random word out there. You think it'd be totally ridiculous to see a yellow excavator in the city with mud. Do we have a certain city? Was there like, is there a certain city we should put it as? Like New York or Toronto? I don't know why I said Toronto. Portland. Yellow excavator in Portland in the mud? That'd be interesting. Should we specify a city? New York City. I like it. All right, let's just try yellow excavator. The New York City mud. Homeless. Okay, anything else? Any other keywords? Anybody? Nope. All right. Still have a couple seconds before I put this in. Let's go and message the bot directly. Then I'm gonna go /imagine. Did you scare everyone away? Everyone's like, yellow excavator, New York City, mud, homeless. I don't think so. Still think we're good on, yeah, there's 7 people on right now. Hi, 7 people. Welcome in. We are doing some AI art. Taking some fun little prompt ideas from chat, putting things together and seeing what we can come up with. And sometimes the more basic it is, you can kind of get some a little bit more really fun variations and things that come up. Like these are looking pretty interesting. And there are some other commands you can add, like you can add um, hyphen hyphen video, and it will like do like a video of it like building this part, like the 0 to 100%. That part's kind of cool. See if I can make a little video or something. All right, here we go. Voting's about to begin. All right. This is what we got so far. We have these. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Took a very interesting turn on some of these. What do we think? I want to type in chat. You want U1, U2, U3, U4, or V1? You know, all the you guys know the drill. 4. All right. What about 4? Are we upscaling? Okay, we're gonna go with 4. I was gonna say let's do an upscale 4, and then let's do a variation of 4. Unless anybody else in chat has got anything else to say about that, that's what we're doing. V3, thank you, sir. Where is V3? I almost forgot the button. And then the fun part is just kind of watching it. It's kind of a little bit blurry and it changes and it just kind of like, oh, that's, oh, it's just fun to watch. See what it comes up with. You ever see that since we added the word mud, it seemed to have like placed it like down like into the mud, like literally. Okay, we're getting a little bit more detailed here. This is a variation. So out of any of these, is there any that we like? So we got a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Should we upscale any of these? This one's kind of got a cool little window. It looks like it has like 2 people. This one looks like it's chilling like in the mud, but then we lost the city. And this one's got the city, and this one has the city. I feel like this number 2, I feel like is the best looking one. So I'm going to say that we should upscale all right, so for this one, upscale 2, upscale 4. Upscale 2, upscale 4. Here is one of the other ones that we picked. We can upscale to the max. Should we get that one like at a full resolution? Or we have these options to choose from as well. I have a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maximum everything. Okay, well first we need to pick from these guys though. I'm gonna say 3. Upscale 3. Upscale to max. Oops, I think I did that twice. Sorry if I did that, bot. Didn't mean to. Okay. Wow, that one got really weird. But it's like it was like a painting though. It's kind of cool. I like that. That's different. Here's another one. Looks like it's just like frozen in like the mud, you know, growing over it. So we can upscale either one of those to max. Looks like something you'd find at a junkyard, yeah, right? But I don't think it, I didn't type in like photorealistic or anything, or else it probably would have made it more like a photo. Because I didn't specify it, kind of, I don't know, it kind of took what it thought that we would like. Now here's the last one. That one looks like it's in like a swamp. That one's really interesting. I think that one we should upscale to the max because I like that it's like chilling in a swamp. Want to be able to see some more details of that. But yeah, it's literally just typing in different things, everyone, and figuring out like what works, what sticks, what doesn't. Yeah, but the you can do light upscale redo, and then that will not add as much detail. So, um, but there's also commands that we could do that could have made it more photorealistic. I just did not put this. I didn't put in like photorealistic or photo, portrait photo or anything like that. I got to put any of that kind of commands in, but you can, like easy enough. All right. I think that both of these have finished. There's that one. Looks like it's just chilling in mud. And that one's kind of the same thing. Looks more like a frozen ground. The post-apocalyptic vibe it's getting, right? It's kind of... Oh, just hit my headphones there. Yeah, it's got a really cool vibe to it. There you go. I think I accidentally clicked on this one twice. But yeah, it's got some really cool, like, broken down vibes to it. I like it. Correct. Yeah, I didn't feed it any images at all, and it came up with that, which is totally, just by itself is like, whoa, that's totally impressive. So let's go back here to community feed. And let's see. Let's make something a little bit more like something more like a photograph things. Rose City Renegade photorealistic. Okay. I like that. Let's see. You want to be photorealistic, right? What else fits any of that? Red, black, and green. Man, Wanzo, you're getting very specific here. I like it. Oh, man. All right, let's change this one up now. Rose City Renegade. Photorealistic. Let's see what it thinks is a gross. Okay. Photorealistic. Red, black, and green. Right? Those are colors. So this is our potential Power Soccer team name. The Rose City Renegades. So let's just see what it comes up with, and then we will type in for that grocery store. Do we want to keep the grocery store just like by itself? Do we want to add it like a certain city, maybe wintertime? Or just want to go with like grocery store and then just kind of come up with something. All right, so now instead you type in imagine Rose City Renegade photorealistic red, black, green. And we'll see what happens here. Okay, back to the grocery store. What should we put on a for a grocery store? Tow truck in a grocery store. All right. Aspect ratio. You don't know? All right, fair enough. Anybody else have anything to add to the tow truck inside grocery store? Grocery store, one word? I think it's good there. Grocery store. 4x3. Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen there. A tow truck. Let's just do tow truck inside grocery store. By 4:3 aspect ratio. Do you want it to look like, I'm assuming, do you want like a photo looking? What? Oh, so you said you got a flat last week. You got your F3 last week. That's awesome, dude. How do you like it? I'm assuming you have a newer 2022 model. And you should also um, look into haven't hit the walls yet. Well, that's a good start. There's also a good video from Totally Normal that talks about suspension adjustments, because the way those chairs come from factory, they could definitely use a little bit better suspension. So, at least as far as like the adjustments go. Just driving down like a sidewalk was night and day after adjusting my shocks to be a lot softer. All right, I'm gonna say photorealistic for the tow truck inside grocery store because I don't want to get anything else weird. And you could do like two different things at once. Just know that you're limited to 200 images per month. Okay, there's our Rose City Renegades. It looks like it kind of I did Rose City. I did photorealistic, and it took our colors, but it didn't do anything with Renegades at all. Ah, you watched some of his tutorials before I got it? Sweet. Well, you're in good hands then. Wanzo, I know you're in chat. Give me your U1, 2, and 3, or V1 through 4. I'll vote for you. We got to jump into the tow truck inside a grocery store. All right, I'll wait for you to come back on that one. Totally normal. Tow truck inside grocery store. Oh, okay, you just responded. V1, U2. Hold on, Dan. V1, U2. All right, totally normal. Your turn. Got your V1, your V2, your V3, your V4, or upscale 1, 2, 3, 4. This one looks pretty funny. This one actually looks inside the store. Which is kind of what you wanted, a tow truck inside the store. I know. So many options. Just kind of go like whatever your gut tells you. Like, oh, I really like the look of that one, like the way it's going. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three? Okay. Upscale 3. All right, Wanzo, here is the variation that it came up with. Got your 1, 2, 3. I like the intricate detail of the green right there. That's pretty cool. But your choice, sir. And this is the upscale of the one image, which is pretty cool looking. Actually be kind of a cool background. Should we upscale that one to max? That's your options. Upscale this one to max, and then pick 1, 2, 3, 4 from this. And then we'll check on tow truck. So maximum 1, 2, 3. Upscale 3. Okay. All right, totally normal. Your tow truck. I'm gonna have to add a lot more random stuff. I have to tell it to remove some of the excess stuff. Gonna put like grocery store stuff like inside the tow truck. Kind of got weird. So should we lights upscale redo so it won't add as much stuff? Should we give that a try? I know you're probably multitasking. So wait for chat to catch up. But I think Mini Mart looks like, oh, you want to light scale, upscale, redo. Okay. Done. And Wanzo's stuff is finishing down here. Almost done. It's actually pretty impressive how quickly this goes. You've hit the wall energy-wise. That's all right. No reason to apologize. I am extremely can understand that. I'm extremely tired from California. So it was a long 12-hour drive for all of us. We were all Wanzo and Totally Normal. We're both on the lengthy time in car. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. That helped a little bit. Still looks very interesting. Interesting combination. For photorealism, it really lost a lot of the banner here. Like grocery store kind of turned a little bit more watercolory. So we tried to a beta upscale redo. Let's see what it comes up with. Or we could remaster it. Remaster or this one. So which one, or do you want to keep it? So we can keep it. Remaster, redo. I hit those walls on a regular basis. Yeah, there's most of the time I do run myself pretty tired. But normally enough to have at least get through a live stream. But this is definitely the longest of the I guess the tiredest I've been on a live stream in a while. That's for sure. What do you think? They're totally normal. Any changes? We remaster it, or we try to upscale it again? Got yourself some options. Does anybody else have anything else? Sming, we got anything? Chris? Stroll? They're still in chat. White Raven. Rolling Thunder. Everybody have any ideas that you guys would like to see? Cut and print looks good. All right, do you want it bigger than this? Let me see how big that gets. That's as big as it gets. Doesn't tell me what size it is. No, it doesn't. But that's big enough. I get to save it. We can always go back and change the layer. Ooh, that's a good one. I like it. Good one, Chris. All right, give me 1 second here. I gotta open up a new tab here off screen because I have a Google document that I started that has a bunch of image prompts that I've kind of used before in the past that I want to be able to like combine into this. Van Gogh Starry Night. That's a good one. Now we just need to add a few other things to that. What aspect ratio do you want with that, sir? I'm assuming either 3:2, 4:3. Just gonna tell me what size you want that. Also, they're going to add in custom tag for video. So it'll make a video of this we can download later. 16:9. All right. I think we can manage that. So I don't know if the prompt is going to like this or if I should switch this out. Sping is saying I'm trying to do something with Dr. Xavier. That would be kind of cool. Like kind of like a modern, like a remake of that. It'd be kind of cool to see Dr. Xavier like in Tron. I'm just saying, Sping, I think that'd be a good combo. If you're looking for a thing to throw in there. Alright, so let's just go ahead and let's try Cyberpunk variation of Van Goghs. We have to do like Cyberpunk and then do like Van Gogh Starry Night instead of doing variation of. But let's try it with that. I think with the prompting it might get a little confused, but I don't know what or how the bot is going to interpret that. All right, here we go. Let's see what it comes up with. Starry Night Cyberpunk Edition. 16:9 and a video. And sometimes you can tell like specific colors as well. But it looks like it's doing a variation of Van Gogh Starry Night. So it'll be interesting what kind of cyberpunk aspects it adds. Hold on just a second. Gotta add in something. There we go. Okay, almost done. There you go, sir. So this one kind of like a cyberpunk city. This one does a little bit in a person. This one's got some towery kind of thing, cyberpunk. So any of these you'd like to upscale or get a variation of? Arts, those do look real. Yeah, they're really cool. I do like the bottom left one, or even the right. I think either one of those look good. Upscale 4. All right. Click U4. See, I really think having like chat involved in making these decisions and like figuring out what it is, I think it's cool because it, I don't know, I feel like it can, if it can help anybody else that wants to be able to do this on their own, you know, go on the Discord thing and be able to do this. That's kind of the whole point of this video, is to make it so anybody can do it. Like, there's really, all you need is a Discord account, and so you get 25 images free. After that, it's $10 a month for 200 images, which I don't know. To me, I think it's very reasonable for what it's capable of doing. I mean, you guys saw some of those images in the community feed. They're insanely awesome. And it's like basically putting anything in your mind that you want to see or can imagine, you can put something together. Like Chris's cyberpunk variation of Van Gogh Starry Night. That's totally that's awesome. And then I don't remember exactly how I get the videos from that, but I will check it. It will show me where I did download the video from. I don't remember. But what it does, I will send it to you, Chris, if you want to have a video of it being made. There you go. That's the latest version it came up with. We can make it larger with less detail, more detail, or upscale redo. So you got your options. We can upscale to its max. We can light scale, which means it'll take a little less detail out, or quite a bit. The beta, I don't really know what that's going to do. Remaster will kind of like start over, kind of, I believe. So you tell me, Mr. Christopher, if you want me to go full scale. Leave it up here on the screen. Pretty cool looking. Upscale max, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Let's do it. And Sming, when you get done with that, you should add me on the on Discord so we can see, or on the Midjourney even. You don't have to do Discord, just do it on Midjourney, so I can see some of the artwork and stuff you're making. Because you can add in, you could search for people and be able to, and you can even follow them, which I think is really cool. All right, what else can we do here in the community feed while we're waiting for that? Here's the top. Let's see what the top images were in a month. Whoa. Look at this one. Let's see if we can make that bigger just to appreciate that. Just the coloring of that and the way the lighting's coming down. That's just like, man, so impressive. Or even this. A dragon made of leaves, kind of like our things we were kind of saying about, you know, making the rhino raven with bricks. But I mean, that's just really cool looking. Nothing says fall like a dragon made with leaves. It's pretty impressive, like this, like how realistic that looks. Like it's just crazy, like what some of the computer engines are able to do. You know what I mean? There we go. Perfect. There's the image for everyone right there. Portrait photography of an anthropomorphic hippo wearing disco suit. I mean, Why not, right? I mean, you can't go wrong with this stuff. It's great. Or Deadpool laying down and wearing Greek robes while eating grapes from the President Dynamic pose. Interesting. Yeah, so there you go. Just some crazy combinations. All right, let's check out your image. You're heading out. Drive back to your place. Sounds good. Have a good night. All right, Chris. There you go, sir. That is fully upscaled max. And I can send that to you. Or make it a little bit easier, obviously, because you're right here and you want the image now. Let's just do it through chat. There we go. That should totally work, sir, that link, I'm hoping. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. But yeah, I think that turned out awesome, dude. A cyberpunk version of that. I think that's pretty badass. Definitely not a combination I would have thought of, but it turned out really cool. The cyberpunk version of Starry Night. That's so cool. Yeah, so if there's any, like, like for Chris, that I like Van Gogh's artwork and Van Gogh's style. That's kind of you can do that too. If there's a certain artist, you can put in that artist and it will make artwork based on your, input, but with that element to it. There's lots and lots of YouTube videos too on how to do this. A lot of them are informative, and I'm learning more and more every day. I've only used this is probably only the 5th time that I've used this, and that's right here on the live stream. Using it the 5th time, and still learning more and more things to do and how to do it. It takes a little bit of time to learn, but once you get it down, yeah, it's really not too bad. And it's a lot of fun, and you can kind of have endless time on here making images. You can go on to the Midjourney Discord itself and see, like, look, there's been, since 7 o'clock, there's been 122 new messages in here. And this is the public one that's available to, anybody in this channel, at least on this Discord. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to be able to see what people are putting on here. That's probably going to pop into my rotation of desktop backgrounds for sure, dude. That's a really awesome background. And this is, I mean, I've heard of people now have been using this to create album art for, like, an upcoming, musicians are using it. People are using it to create logos. There's actually, like, there's a whole entire thing of, like, people doing, like, logos. You name it. And there's all kinds of different theme things. Like, there's like a daily theme, and they want people to basically, like, you got to try to follow whatever the daily theme is, like certain things. There's abstract environments. There's a whole thing about image prompts. That's kind of cool. So, and there's a whole community forum about prompt crafting. So, like, how to write these with commas, and like how do you get it to look like a certain thing. Like, some people put in like a certain camera, like if they want to look like a Sony, camera or Canon camera, they'll put some of that in there. They'll put in like words like ultra photo real, to make sure that whatever the AI comes up with, it ends up being really real and looking good. Like, this one is a gold astronaut in sparkling ocean, dark galaxy space, 4K hyperrealism. And yeah, and you can take in somebody's same prompt, you get something completely different, because it's, and whatever you do is don't just copy somebody's prompt and just take it. Like, make sure you take it and then rewrite it for something that works for you and what you want out of it. Or take a combination of it. Like, I'll spend an hour scrolling through, typing in different things that, that interest me, like Cyberpunk or Tron. and going through looking at all those images, what people have done, and then take and add my variation to it. Is something that I like to do and recommend to do is do a lot of your research first, especially if you do this with the free account, because you only have 25 free images that then you have to pay, which looks, it's not terrible. It's I think for what it's capable of doing, and for the cost of 200 images for $10 a month, I think it's totally reasonable. So does anybody have any questions about it or anything that I maybe have missed on it? I'll be glad to answer any questions to anybody in chat or anybody that's not in chat that's watching. Welcome in if you're new here. I'm all about sharing information and showing you guys new things that I'm learning about. Sming, how's your Dr. Xavier coming? Hopefully that's coming well. Let's see. Man, it is already 8 o'clock. Time goes by fast when you're doing prompts and making things. I've also seen a lot of people taking like their favorite anime series, be able to put that on here. Like it's kind of, you know, I don't know. I feel like there's no end to it. You can pretty much put together anything you want. Looks like somebody put a snake cat hybrid. That's interesting. Oh, you went off a TARDIS variation. That's cool. And the one thing I do like is once you are a paying member, the community feed, you have access to all the community feed. As a free member, you don't. You only have access to like the top, I think it shows like top 10, maybe like top 20. But once you have paid, then you'll have all of the same community stuff you see that I have here. It's so interesting to see how creative people are being and what the people are coming up with mixing actresses and actors together to come up with a specific vision. It's just really incredible. So my goal though is I'm going to still keep trying to come up with just a way of getting it to figure out a little bit more about wheelchairs. As you guys have seen when we first started this here, kind of my first little takes of wheelchairs. I even tried giving it an image of a wheelchair to start with to see if it could go off of that, and it did an okay job. There's a lot that I still have to learn as far as being able to take an image of yourself and be able to put together. And you can see here, this is what it thought I looked like. These are my options it came up with after I gave it a real photo of myself. This is what it came up with. And then I decided just to upscale it and get this, and I get this image. So I started with portrait of a man with gray hair, but then I gave it my images to go off of. So we'll see if I look like that in a few years. And these Tron ones just kind of got like weird, but they got cool, like different. And I feel like I wasn't typing in the right things on this to get the result I was looking for. It's getting there. Like this is close to what I was looking for. But this is kind of the end result of this one is kind of more my style. This one has a little bit too much going on with like these lines and stuff, but it's kind of like definitely a style I like. And then I tried to mess around earlier. Remember, talked about the handicap parking, and this is what it kind of came up with cyberpunk building, basement parking with no cars, handicap parking, disabled parking. So I don't really know if it just, maybe I just should take like Maybe I need to have it like say a very specific point of view at the parking lot, like a certain angle or something, and have it say, you know, disabled parking space instead of just, you know, handicap parking or disabled parking. So I think it's just a matter of really trying with keywords. And what I've learned though, it's the more basic you can be, the easier it is for an AI to figure out. So yeah. So there you go, guys. Just figured I want to share this with you guys and kind of go from there. I don't know what's coming up next week. As you guys know, it's always a little random with me. You never know what you're going to get. But this is just my newest and latest interest, and I wanted to share it with all of you, so that way, if you guys have an interest in art and using AI to create something, great. If not, that's okay. Not a problem. There'll be other videos coming down the pike that will not be AI art related. I just want to share this with all my subscribers, let them know what I'm up to, and go from there. So you'll probably be seeing some random new images popping up on my Instagram the next few days. So if you're curious what kind of artwork I'm making the next few days, feel free to follow me over there at where I can do it. And if anybody has any questions about setting this up or get stuck with it or needs help with it, you can reach out to me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever works for you. I can be found at where I can do it on all those. And yeah, they're going to kind of wrap it up here. It's getting 8:15 and I'm extremely tired from the trip. So definitely should probably head off to bed. But yeah, thank you for all of you that have been watching and hanging out. I really appreciate it. And we will get another stream again next week, and we'll kind of go from there. Sound good? Perfect. All right, well, have a good night, Sping, Chris, White Raven, Chris, again, Rolling Thunder, whoever else may be still on here. Everyone have a great night, a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys again next week for another exciting live stream, all right? All right, guys, everyone have a good night, and remember, if Rai can do it, so can you. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out and giving me some good prompts. It was good. And message me if I did not send you any of your images that you needed or wanted. Just hit me up and I'll send them to you. All right, guys, have a good night.